want to first of all welcome everyone to this wonderful event. We have this event annually. Normally, we have the event at the Frontier Culture Museum in Staunton, Virginia. And for those of you that were here earlier at the start, you would have seen the video of the construction of that Igbo village. You know, some of the small buildings. Ebetenne is grandmother's hut. That from from the old days, and so I want to not take much time. CISA, I just want to take a minute to explain to everyone what CISA is about. Council of Igbo States in America is the foremost cultural organization that is an amalgamation of all the Igbo states in Nigeria. The membership is by state, not by individuals, so that we have a conglomeration of all the different states, the various states that make up the Igbo-speaking areas of Nigeria, as well as the Ikaibo and as well as the Neoma and distant distant areas by geographical landmass. However, they're still descendants. They migrated from Igbo land. So CISA is all about culture. CISA is all about upliftment of the Igbo culture. It's not a political organization. But CISA is also an organization that is keenly aware of the happenings in Nigeria with regard to all things Igbo. You heard our king, Eze Chukwuemeka Eri, that the fourth Akajiovo Ndi Igbo. Akajiovo Ndi Igbo. This is Ofo. Okay, this is Ofo. The person holding that Ofo, this used to be our Bible from the old days. That's what people swore by before the white man came. That's how people got married. That's how people swore. People in disputes, you know how you swear when you go to court, you say, so help me God, and all that stuff. This is what we swore by, Ofo, because we believe that anybody that lied after swearing with Ofo would not have a good outcome. So CISA welcomes you all. We behind time a little bit, so I'm going to simply abbreviate what I was going to say. However, we have a packed program for you today. We're going to have some of you that have already received the program of events. You would have seen that we have a very packed program. We're going to have the naming ceremony. That naming ceremony is very, very, very important event for us because it is our opportunity to commiserate and to welcome back home our brothers and sisters that were born here, but that have Igbo blood running through their veins and that have identified through DNA testing that they are in fact Igbo. Throughout the year, there are various opportunities to test one's DNA, and once a year in this event, we bring our king to give them Igbo names, legitimize their ancestry, and let them know that we welcome them back, we embrace them, and we welcome them home. So we have that. One exciting video that you're going to watch is a video of the actual narrow road, okay, within in the villages through which the captured enslaved people walked from their villages, wherever they were captured, all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, where they started their transatlantic odyssey to the United States and to other parts of the world. So you will see a video that shows you the actual tracks in the trails in the villages that were used by the slave catchers to transport their slaves by foot. They captured slaves by foot to the point of where they sold them into slavery. So you will see that, and you'll also hear very important speeches from very important personalities. We do have we do have Ndi Ozo. Ozo is, you heard the king say that someone that's not an Ozo should not be shaking hands with the back of the hand. Ozo is a very revered title that an Igbo can attain in Igbo land. When you see someone wearing this hat with feather, the feather is eagle feather. It tells you that that person is an Ozo or Nze. And what it does, what it means is that that person has attained a certain level in Igbo society, that they are considered to be the custodian, part of the custodians of Igbo culture. So you will hear from the chairman of Nzuko Ndi Ozo in Nigeria, Professor Ike Oloka, today. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So let's get going. Welcome again. And Ndewo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a topic and project that's near and dear to my heart for several reasons. One, because I'm Igbo. Two, because it is said that the Igbo Landing was the first African American riot or resistance, okay, to slavery in America. It is the first slavery march. I'm sorry, is the first march by African Americans and Africans. Is the first time that slaves rioted, which led to other riots in other by African Americans in other states. However, the reason that I want to say something at this moment is that we Igbos need a memorial. We need to reclaim our rights. We need to reclaim our site. We need to own the story of Igbo Landing. We need to own and reclaim that site. It's a holy site. It's a venerable site. It's a site where even in the folklore, and Dr. Suki from the Gichi community, Sophia, I'm sorry, Dr. Sophia, that's from the community there, will attest to the fact that there are stories of people hearing at night. When you go there at night, you hear like a community living, people pounding and maybe yams or cooking dinner or whatever. When you go there in darkness, it seems like a community, which means that that those souls never rested. Obi ada mmadụ nwụrụ anwụ n'ala Igbo bụ sọnsọ anụkwarị arapụ beso na akwala ya aka ọka nwụrụ ọka anabaro, they're not at peace. Translated, when an Igbo person dies, it's our belief that it's only the body that dies. But unless you give the family, the kindred, gives them a proper burial, the soul is never at peace. And that was why in 2016, I, along with, I led a group through the Igbo Development Foundation, we went to the Dumba Creek location of that place to do libation and talk to them and spend the entire day with them at the site of the drowning. We poured libation, broke kola nut and all that to tell them we haven't lost them, we haven't forgotten them, to tell them, to let them know that they're not forgotten and that they can rest in peace, that we have given them Aniekwu, we've given them that final right that they needed in order to rest in peace. So Igbo Landing is a very, so we're raising funds today. We want to raise funds to do several things. One of those will be to try to acquire the land, the location where that drowning took place. Right now, it's in the backyard of a white guy that lives in right there at Dumba Creek. But he's a very generous man. He allows us to, anytime we come, to just spend, he leaves his home and allows us to use his property and just, spend time with him. You will see a video of that property in a little bit. And so we need to either build a memorial right at the spot. If the spot is not available, then we need to acquire or build something very close by where our brothers and sisters, just like we have the Holocaust. You have some of us visit the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. Well, that's our own Holocaust. That's our Igbo Holocaust. We need a memorial there of our own. So the other thing is we anticipate some, there are a lot of American Igbo actors and actresses in America. We hope to do a movie one day about the whole story for posterity so that our children's children will get to learn about Igbo and experiences of our ancestors in America. Yeah, Dalono. Biko, at this point, I would like to request that we observe a minute of silence for our brothers and sisters, our ancestors that perished at Dumba Creek. Biko. May the souls of our ancestors that perished at the Dumba Creek and the souls of all the departed rest in peace.
God, rest in peace.
Amen.
May their souls rest in peace. Amen.
Daluma. So we're now at the fundraising day full of Igbo. I am so pumped right now.
That's right.
The Igbo Amaka. Igbo Amaka.
That's right.
So happy to be an Igbo. We're full of, every Igbo should be proud if they only knew their culture, if they only knew their background, if they only knew where they came from,
That's right. That's right.
So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you that are here today. I want to reemphasize that a critical part of why we're here today is to raise those funds because, just like some people work to see the Frontier Culture Museum built, and now Igbos are so proud of it, everybody wants to go there. I'm asking everybody, I'm asking each one of you to please think deeply, think about a posterity, think about your children. We have to build a memorial for our ancestors. They did their part, they refused and resisted slavery, and they paid the ultimate price for it. The least we can do is to honor them with a memorial, with a befitting memorial. It's a shame that such a thing happened in South Georgia, and there's not even a historical marker. Not even a historical marker. They have historical markers here for where Jefferson Davis army during the Civil War, where they congregated to fight the Feds. They have for far less important places, historical places. Why can't we have our own place? We all take our children on tours to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. Why can't we have our own place? This is the time to stand up and be counted in the Igbo. Igbos, this is the time to stand up and be counted. We cannot eat money. Money is meant to be used for the good of humanity. If your money is just for you, you have served no useful purpose in life. You have to make tomorrow better for the next generation. Please, I ask every one of you, think about it. Get in touch with us. Even after, this is the launching of this event. Fundraising is going to go for years, but this is the start.
Yeah, the fundraising continues, though.
It continues. This is the start, but I want you to think deeply. Give us a call. Call any member of CISA please donate. Sophia Giza, my sister, I'm so glad you're here. We know that the enslaved Igbos that were brought here, that the ones that survived ended up in Sapelo Island, which is where your people are from as well. We are all one. And not just so, our interest is not just on Igbo Landing, we are also interested in Sapelo Island. But this is one thing that I can assure you, this memorial will be built. It will be built. If it takes the last drop of blood in my body, it's going to be built. It's going to come to fruition. If it takes, it may not be today or tomorrow, but as long as I'm alive, it's going to be done. So I thank you all for coming to support and uplift Igbo culture. Thank you, Ezeri, Chukwuemeka, Eric, Akajiovo, for honoring and gracing. You always respond. You always respond. We've never called on you to join us and you failed us. Jideki Iji, Igwe, Jideki Iji, your people love you. All members of CISA, Umunnem no Munnem, Onowa Bagana. I see so many people. I see so many people here that more than we can recognize. But just know that we know that you're here. We know we've seen your name. We know you showed up when it counted. We know you're here. So I thank you all again. Until next year, when we're going to see in person, God willing, Delta variant permitting, we will meet in person in Virginia next year. God bless you all. Chukwu okike abiyama. See you all safely and protect and guide all of you as is always done. We say, there one.
There.
La 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 la.